Image, your beats are so fire.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Suge, and today the 2023 NFL schedule has been released, which means we have the 2023 Steelers schedule, which I will be going over right now. We're going to talk about it, talk about the primetime games, talk about that last game of the season, possible win loss record, and just talk about what's going on. So let's get into it. The 2023 season begins September 10th, where we open up against the 49ers at home. This will be we have two home games in a row, uh, a Monday night game and the Sunday game. Monday night, the following week, will be against the Browns. September 10th will be against the 49ers. This is a good matchup, one of the best teams in the NFC to see where we stand. Even though we don't know their quarterback situation, it's still going to be a very competitive game because they have one of the best defenses out there. Plus, they still have Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, so they still have a squad. So this will be good for the Steelers to test where they stack up against the NFC. We have a Monday night game following after that versus the Browns. This will also be a good test. It's a interdivisional game, rivalry game. They still have Deshaun Watson. They still have all these good players over there. But we played them pretty well the last game of the season, so we'll see where we go from here. After that, day after my birthday, versus the Raiders. Hopefully, I'll be in Vegas for that game to see it live, and that is a Sunday night game. After that, we're at the Texans, uh, and then October 8th versus the Ravens in Pittsburgh, which should be really a good test to see where we're at and how we stack up against one of the best teams in the AFC North. We'll see if we learn from our last year's game that we lost in Pittsburgh versus the Ravens, and also see where the Ravens are at as far as a team with themselves, with the new additions of OBJ and their draft picks from the draft. After that, we have an early bye, and then we're at the Rams. Hopefully, I'll be at that game also in LA. That's a afternoon game. After that, versus Jacksonville in Pittsburgh versus the Titans, which is a Thursday night game in Pittsburgh, so a short week. Versus the Packers in Pittsburgh. Then we have two away games at the Browns, at Baltimore, at Cincinnati, and then we're home versus the Cardinals, home versus the Patriots, at the Colts, which is to be determined. Possibly a overseas game or a Monday night, Sunday night game, possibly depending on records. December 23rd, a Saturday game versus the Bengals, at Seahawks, at Ravens to close out the season, which is also to be determined to see where the standings are, possibly being flexed to a Monday night, Sunday night game. I think they only play Sunday night games on the last game of the season, so that'll probably be a Sunday night game. With this schedule, I tweeted it out earlier. I see us being 11-6, 12-5. The 49er game could be a loss for us. There's one of our losses. I think we could beat the Browns. We could beat the Raiders, the Texans. Versus the Ravens at home, even though we beat them on the road last year, I could see that as a win or a loss. At the Rams, I see that as a win. In having Jacksonville at home, I see that as a win for us. Titans, I see that as a win for us in Pittsburgh. Packers, they don't have Aaron Rodgers anymore. I definitely can see that as a win. Browns in Cleveland, that's a toss-up because it is a divisional game. Bengals in Cincinnati, I think that's a loss for us right there. So I see us by week 10, week 12, we can possibly be 1-2, so 9-2, 8-3. In Pittsburgh against the Cardinals, definitely a win for us. Versus the Patriots, I think will be better and more barring injury. We should have won that game against the Patriots last year. It's a short week for us, but I think we could get that win. So we're at 11-2 here, 2 now. um, or 11 and sorry, not 11 and 2, sorry, 10 and 3. Um, I could definitely see us beating the Colts. Uh, in Pittsburgh versus the Bengals, I could see that as a loss or a win. I'll take it as a loss though. So I say 10 and 4 there. At Seattle, I see that as a win. So 11 and 4, and we finish in Baltimore. We beat Baltimore last year in Baltimore, so I could definitely see us winning this game, depending where they're at, depending where we're at, and what's the importance of this game. So again, I can see us at 11 and 6, but I could also see us at 12 and 5. I'm very excited. We got some good primetime games. We've had one of the toughest schedules for the last couple years, and we this year, obviously, with the schedule that I just talked about, it is not as bad other than divisional games. Outside of divisional games, 49ers is a tough game. Um, you know, Jaguars, Titans, Cardinals, Patriots, Colts, those, Seahawks, those are all still could be tough games. Rams, they can still be tough games, but they're winnable for us, especially if we stay healthy with our defense and our offense continues to get better. So, like I said, I see us at 11 and 6 to 12-5 win team, which I think can get us in the playoffs, and I definitely think can uh, have us fighting for the AFC North title. Um, we'll have to wait and see. The games are not played on paper, and they're not played, you know, on a simulation. So once we, injuries, things like that, we'll definitely figure out about this team. Uh, and where we go and how we can do this year. I think that Kenny Pickett's going to take a step forward. All our rookies are going to take a step forward. I think that our defense has gotten better. Our offense has gotten better. Our offensive line has gotten better with the pick of free agency and the draft. And I think that is going to make us a well-rounded team. And if our offense can just become more consistent and more reliable, and Kenny can avoid, mistakes in the second year and really push the ball downfield through passing, and Najee Harris can run that ball. I feel good about this season. I really am. I'm very excited what I see here and what we could do. Um, Again, it's not played on paper, so we don't know for sure. Wins that people I could say these are wins for us, but they can absolutely be losses too. You can't take any uh, team for granted, and any given Sunday you can lose a game. So it's definitely meant to be played on the field, but with the talent we have, with the offense we have, with the defense we have, I really feel that we could do a great job and really push what we did at the end of the year, finishing 6-2, and pushing into this season and really achieve achieve better than what we had did last year. I think a lot of people are riding low on us, and I think that's okay. Let them doubt the Steelers, and let's prove them wrong, because I think we can do that, especially with this team, with this coach, with this quarterback, with this defense, with this offense. I think we made the improvements that we need to make, and this schedule really helps us. Obviously the 49ers is a tough game right off the bat, but we get some good. Again, any given Sunday you can lose a game, but if we play the way I think we can, we should get some good wins under our belt walking into Week 5 against the Ravens, and that's at home. And we lost to them last year at home, but we also beat them on the road. So I think we can definitely win that game. It's a winnable game. We just need to show up and make sure that we play Steelers football and that we really, um, do what we got to do. Last year Kenny got knocked out of the game early, so he wasn't able to finish it the first time. The second game, he orchestrated a game-winning drive against the Ravens, against their really good defense, and was able to get that win. So I think we can improve on that. And going into the bye week, I could see us at four, 3-2, to possibly 4-1, which is really frustrating that we're getting our bye week so early, but it is what it is. But after the bye week, I could see us rattling off 3 straight wins, possibly 4. in a row, or even going 3-1, and then going into the Browns and Bengals game. Those are going to be tough games, but Kenny has shown he's been able to get on the road and get road wins, and so those are definitely winnable. Um, Even though the Bengals are a great team, and they're the defending AFC North champs, and they made it to the AFC Championship game, you know, we could still compete with them. I think we have the defense and offense to do that. So I'm very excited about this season and what we can do. So let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know where you think the Steelers will finish. Let me know the record that you think they will finish with at the end of the season. What games are you looking forward to? What games you're not looking forward to? And do you feel this schedule benefits or is a detriment to the Steelers? Thank you for hanging out with me, talking about the schedule. Really appreciate it. Talk to you later.